Hello children, how are you? I am Masood Fatma. I will teach you social studies. This video is for the students of class 5th. Okay, so now let's continue chapter 15. That is what? Agriculture. And today I am going to teach you two topics. What are they? They are development of agriculture and livestock rearing. Okay, so first of all I will read development of agriculture and then I will explain it to you. Please see in your book on page number 105. When India became independent, our food production was very less. It was not enough to meet the needs of the people. Our country used to import food crops from other countries. In 1960s, India adopted various methods and techniques to increase the food production. This major step was named the Green Revolution. The main aim of the Green Revolution was to increase the agricultural production. The use of improved methods of agriculture, fertilizers and HYV, high yielding varieties. This is the full form of HYV. Seeds resulted in increased agricultural output. Then the output of the land and earnings of the people increased. Today, our country has become self-sufficient in food crops. We even export food crops to other countries. Now see children, when India became independent, our food production was very less. Now why? Because before independence, Britishers ruled over India and they did not allow our farmers to grow these crops, food crops. They were asked to grow only cash crops because of unfavorable climatic condition of their country. So they were not able to grow cash crops like cotton or jute or indigo. Mainly indigo they asked, that was blue dye, and cotton. Cotton they were not able to grow in their country. So they forced our farmers to grow these two crops only. And they in return used to give them food crops. But not sufficient. That was not sufficient for the farmers and for the people also. We used to import that food crops, but that was not sufficient and people were very much upset, and many farmers too used to starve and die. Starve means भूख को मरते थे और फिर मर भी जाते थे. So but in 1960s and 70s, they learned the various methods. Means after independence, people started finding out new methods and techniques to increase food crops. For the production of food, they worked a lot. And today, the major step that was taken was Green Revolution, was called Green Revolution. And what was that Green Revolution? Green Revolution was a revolution to increase food production, to increase the food production. So in that agricultural field, this major step was taken and they learned to use HYV. Full form is high yielding varieties, means varieties of seeds. varieties of seeds and fertilizers. They came to know about good fertilizers, good seeds, and which help them to grow good crops, and that brought good earning also to them. And the condition today is that we are the second largest producer of wheat, rice, fruits, vegetables, and fresh water. Fresh water means like agriculture is growing crops, same way is aquaculture, that is producing fresh water, providing people fresh water, and largest exporter of spices and cashew. Today the time has changed now, and now cropping pattern is also changed, and commercial crops and non-traditional are gradually growing. More importance we are giving to the domestic demands and export requirements. So now we are self-sufficient in food crops, and we have become the second largest producer of so many crops. Now see children, in the corner, see this heading, no more. That is M.S. Swaminathan is known as the father of Green Revolution. Father of Green Revolution means he started this. He only worked hard to make the farmers aware of new techniques, new seeds, new type means that can yield more crop. So he is called the father of Green Revolution. So children, please learn this, no more. Okay, now turn the page. See livestock rearing. I'm going to read it. Livestock rearing means domesticating animals. Okay, useful animals. Those are helpful to us and they add in different things are produced from their like milk, wool, all that. Okay, skin, whatever is used, how they are helpful to us, and why they are reared. And livestock. Livestock means animals that are reared in large numbers, put in stock. Stock means we have no stock of different things, same way stock of these animals, it's called livestock. We reared them for what? For the for earning money, for profit. Okay, so first of all let me read it. Livestock rearing. Since ancient times, animals have been domesticated for various purposes. The animals that are reared or domesticated for profit are called livestock. Please underline this line, this sentence. The animals that are reared or domesticated for profit are called livestock. Please underline this sentence. Cows and buffaloes are called milch cattle. They give us milk. Many products are made out of milk. Bullocks help the farmers to plow the field, draw water from wells, and carry loads. Besides giving milk, sheep give us wool. Wool is used for making clothes, blankets, etc. Leather products like belts, shoes, wallets, etc. are made out of animal skin. Animals are also reared for milk. Yaks and mules carry loads on mountains, while camels are used for transportation in deserts. Cow dung is used for manure and for producing biogas. Hens and ducks give us eggs. Poultry farming and fishing are the other two aspects of livestock. In India, many fisheries have developed with improved methods of fishing. A lot of steps have been taken to increase the milk production and improve the quality of cattle. The steps taken to increase milk production were called White Revolution or Operation Flood. Many veterinary dispensaries have been opened and new breeds of cattle have been introduced. So, as I told you before independence, the condition of the farmers were not good. The condition of the farmers was not good. But after independence, the farmers became aware of using good methods, good seeds, good fertilizers, and how to earn money by rearing cattle and all. Okay, so for various purposes, animals are reared, and when animals are reared or domesticated for profit, they are called livestock. We make a stock. Okay, and what are the animals that are reared? They are cows, buffaloes, bullocks, sheep, then hens, chickens, hens, and this ducks. Then what else? Yak and mules. For different states, according to their climate, according to their place, according to their climatic condition, different types of animals are reared. And then when hens and ducks are, where the hens and ducks are reared, what is that called? That is called poultry farm. Okay, and the place where cows and buffaloes are reared and they give milk, that is called dairy farm. So these are also, fishing is also one of the aspect of livestock, means to earn profit, to earn money. And nowadays that cows and buffaloes, they give us milk. Different other things are made, different other products are made from milk. Then bullocks are used for plowing the field. They are very much of help to farmers, and then they are also used to draw water from wells and carry loads. Nowadays, though, different machines have come. uh, people have started using advanced machine to plow the field, and different advanced tractors are there to plow the field and to draw water from wells. For that also different machines are used, because today we are living in computer age, no? Besides milk, people rear sheep also, and sheep give us, we get wool from sheep, and it is used for making woolen clothes, blankets. Then the skin of animals are also very useful. What is made from the skin? Leather goods are made, like wallets, belts, shoes. All these are made from the skin. Even horns are used for making different things. Then in desert, in mountainous area, in mountainous regions, what animals are used to carry loads? They are yak and mules. खच्चर जिसको कहते हैं, mules. Okay, and then this thing, for desert areas, what is used? Camels are very much useful in desert. region. Then the dung of cow dung, that is called gobar. That is also very much useful, and that is a good, that helps, that is used for manure and to produce biogas. That cow dung is used to produce biogas and used as manure, means as fertilizer. Then poultry farming and fishing. These are also very much poultry farming and fishing are also two aspects, and they also include in livestock. And hens and ducks, they are reared to get eggs. Even their flesh is used. People love to eat chicken, so that is also now improved methods. People have come to know about improved methods of fishing. No more, I must not say no more, but fishing rods are less used now. Then to increase the production of milk, to increase the production of crops, green revolution was took place. Same way white revolution took place. For what? That was to increase the milk production. And now, not now, earlier also there were doctors of animals also. They used to treat animals. They are known as veterinary doctors. Veterinary dispensaries have been opened, and in short they are called vet. And now people have come to know about new breeds, new types of cattle, new breeds of cattle. And now, as our country has progressed a lot that way, now farmers and people, those who are carrying out these business, they are now well aware of advanced techniques and methods. So that's all for this development of agriculture and livestock rearing. Now in this chapter, please, in chapter 15, see page 106, glossary is given. Please learn that. And for every chapter you have to learn this. And then turn the page, see this important points on page number 107. All the 7 points are there. You have to remember all the 7 points, because questions may be asked. I always tell you that questions may be put up from these topics also, these headings also. Now let's do this exercise. First exercise is take the correct option. Number 1 is 70% of the people of a country are A. Teachers, B. Industrialists, C. Farmers, D. Doctors. Now, what is the correct option? That is farmers. Then number 2, Kharif crops are grown in A. July, B. January, C. March, and D. June. When it is grown in June. So, number 3, rice is grown during the A. Summer season, B. Winter season, C. Autumn season, D. Monsoon season. The correct option is monsoon season. Then number 4, wheat is the staple food of the people of Northern India, B. Western India, C. Southern India, D. Eastern India. So wheat is the staple food of people living in north, means Northern India. So Northern India is the correct option. Number 5, the Green Revolution started in which year Green Revolution started? Just now only I have explained. A. 1950s, B. 1980s, C 1940s, D 1960s. So the correct option is 1960s. Now turn the page, children, and see exercise B. Exercise B, I am going to give you question answers. I'll write and give you, and then fill in the blanks. The main occupation of the villagers is dash. What is that? Farming. In the dash you will write farming. Then number 2, barley is a dash crop. Barley is a rabi crop. So write there rabi crop. Then number 3, dash are grown in almost every part of India. What is grown in every part of India? Because it is grown in all the seasons. So that is what? Pulses. Then number 4, sheep dash give us wool. You will write sheep. Then number 5, the dash aimed at increasing the milk production. That is what? White revolution. Then comes D. Write true or false. Majority of the Indian population lives in the cities. Is it true or false? Majority of the people live in villages. So it is false because it's written over here cities. Then comes number 2. That is rice is a kharif crop. That is true. Then number 3. Cow dung is used for producing biogas. That is also true. Then number 4, bullocks draw water from wells. So that is also true. Then number 5, leather products are made of animal skin. That is also true. From the skin of animals, leather products are made. Then comes match the column. Exercise E. Rabi crops. Number 2, fiber crops. Number 3, beverage crop. Number 4, spices. And number 5, milch cattle. Now the options are cotton and jute, cows and buffaloes, sown in October or November, then tea and Kerala. Now, Rabi crop will match with sown in October or November. And fiber crops, you know, cotton and jute are called fiber crops. You must remember what crops are called fiber crops. Which crops? Then number 3, beverage crop. I told you the drinks. That is tea. Then spices. Spices, land of spices. Kerala is known as land of spices. State of spices, land of. Then number 5, milch cattle. Milch cattle, the animals that give us milk are called milk. So which are those? Those are cows and buffaloes. So children, that's all for this. You have to do this map also. See activity part. On an outline map of India, mark the areas where jute, wheat and bajra are grown. So this you have to do, this map. Okay, I'll send in home in the assignment file and you will be doing it. Okay, question answer exercises, written work, all the written study material I'll be sending in the assignment file. So please go through the assignment file and update yourself. So till then, now that's all for chapter 15. Till then, thank you.